Tell you like I tell everybody, give me the long version of what's going on, okay? Try to speak up a little bit so I can hear you, but please give me the long version of what's going on.
So the long version is me and my wife right now are divorced already.
Mm-hmm.
Like 1 year, she filed protection order on me because we got in the fight. I threw my phone on the wall, and from the wall hit her, and she went to the police, and from there my life went upside down, and I've been multiple times in jail just for contacting her, and right now I'm at the second protection order that she states that I put threats on her life and her son because she has 10-year-old son from previous marriage, and we have 2-year-old son from our marriage.
Mm-hmm. Let me ask you a question. Let me ask you a question. All right, how many siblings do you have?
Siblings?
Yeah, how many brothers and sisters?
I have one sister, but they are not in the United States.
So, one sister. How old is she? Older than you or younger than you?
Younger.
Y'all grew up together?
Yes.
Uh-huh. Mom and dad in the house, or just what? What's the story with that?
Well, they got divorced when I was at the age of 18. So, but we lived kind of together.
Gotcha. Okay.
Still.
I'm trying to get a fix on how a woman makes you throw your phone. At that point you have, I don't know how you understand things to be, but when a woman can get you to the point where you could throw your phone, that's something you need to reflect on yourself about, because women are excellent at doing that. So if she was able to make you do that, you might want to really try to get that in check, because if she made you throw your phone, that is a power that a woman have over you that you need to try and get that relinquished so it never happens again real quick. So I'm listening. Go ahead. So unfortunately, you got a restraining order from that situation. So mission accomplished on her end. And then you got that restraining order rather, got extended, for another year?
No, so we lived together on the first protection order. She filed to remove the protection order, but the state kept, on their behalf, kept the protection order. My car was impounded. We called to see where is my car, and when we called, the police was, oh, but your husband has protection order, and they got arrest me, my wife, because she's jealous and like, I don't know how to explain it, like sociopath, crazy, jealous from everything, and when the third time on the first protection order, she filed for divorce, and when I was in the jail, she filed that I've been making threats on alive her and her older son.
So wait a minute. You was in jail and she said you was making threats?
She's saying before that I was doing threats.
Before you was in jail, so when you was in jail, she went and told them some more information about the restraining order and added that you was making threats.
Yes, but she doesn't have proof or witnesses or anything.
Okay. All right. So go ahead. I'm sorry.
I never made like text threats or anything. I have many text messages that I have like screenshots on how everything went. I can send you text message so you can see how exactly went. It's kind of gonna clarify for you. You can see like how the things went, and you're gonna see that she makes threats, but never on my behalf.
Mm-hmm. So she made threats too, is what you're saying?
Yeah, like I wish you to die and stuff like that, and I'm gonna divorce you. I don't wanna be married to this bitch for no reason. Like we talking normally, and like from out of nowhere, just random shit like that.
Okay. And when was this? When did all this happen?
Like I gotta say, like June maybe.
June of this year?
Yeah, I believe so.
So when was the very first? When was the very first restraining order?
Oh, it was September 2001.
Wow. 2001?
I believe so. Let me see, I have everything here in front of me.
So September 2001 was 22 years ago. You know that, right?
I mean 21.
Got you. Okay. Okay. So the first restraining order was 2021. Let me change that to a 21. And y'all was still together after that restraining order, right?
Yes.
Can you give me an idea? Could you give me an idea? Give me an idea. Why would you stay with a woman and put a restraining order on you?
Because we applied for citizenship. I am not born here, and I have only work permit so far. And when we got divorced, the lawyer thought I paid $5,000 to move my case for a green card. He told me I cannot be anymore your lawyer because that is like, because he's mine and her lawyer, and that is like against the rules, something like that.
Okay. Okay, so that makes all the sense in the world. And I just want to point out, it's a reason why I asked you that, because to stay with a woman that put a restraining order on you is extremely dangerous. But it makes sense. She was doing it for citizenship.
I didn't have choice. I was
No. I understand that. Listen, hold on. What I said prior to that was, it makes sense as to why you did it. I understand. You don't have to, what I don't want you to do is think that you need to explain things to me. What happened, happened. I just want to make sure that when I ask you a question, you understand in the future not to do that ever again. But I understand why you did it. That's why I said it makes sense why you did it. So go ahead.
Yes. So, like everything, like I have like this text message, you're gonna see everything just like if you read it, the whole message for the whole day that we text back and forward. And like I was saying, like, so the third time, it was this year, June of 9, they arrested the third time. I went in front of the judge. We made deal me to go to therapist and to do some like charity or whatever it's done, like 8 hours or something like that. And he told me, no more protection order, you can see your son, you can contact your wife, and like not even 1 week after that, I contacted my wife because we have one app, Pro Care app, with him, our son who is being picked up from the daycare, and it was some unknown name on me, like McCoy James or something like that. And I went to the police for assistance, and I asked them, can you contact my wife because someone picked my son from the daycare. I don't know who is this person, and she doesn't give me explanation who is this guy or whatever. Then they told me, it's fine, your son is with her, and they said me back, and 10 minutes after that, I was walking, and they drove behind me and arrested me like 5 cars.
They arrested you?
Yes, for the protection order that no one served me when they released me, when I made the deal. They released me and never served me when they released me from the jail or anything.
So you was in court, and they dropped the restraining order, that restraining order, and said you good to go, you can see your kids and everything, and then you went to go see your kids, and then there was another restraining order.
Yeah, without no one giving nothing, and they arrested me. That was the first time they got me on that. And on 25th July, we went in front of the commissioner, and I can make a picture. It states that I'm gonna read it right here, I believe. It's gonna be. I cannot open the pages.
What do you do for a living?
So, I live in Amazon.
Oh, you work at Amazon?
I mean, yes.
Okay, go ahead.
Night shift, full time.
Gotcha.
So the protection order says respondent is allowed parent time 6 hours per week, may be broken up into multiple days, supervised by mutual agreed upon third party. If the parties cannot agree on a supervisor, parent time might be through a professional agency at the respondent's expenses. They mean on my expenses. But I was contacting her, and one day something happened. Oh yeah, so the restraining order says I cannot be on 3,000 feet. I was kind of like in the neighbor, but it was above 3,000 feet for sure, because on the Google Maps I checked how much is 3,000 perimeter from her house, and it was fine. And because I lived in motorhome, because too many shit happened.
Well, if somebody put a restraining order on you and you live right next door to them, and it says you can't be within 100 feet of them, and your house is 30 feet away, that don't mean you got to move. So you didn't need to check with Google Maps and all that to make sure your house was in the vicinity. You didn't need to do all that.
Yeah.
You didn't have to do that. But go ahead.
Because when we live, we have neighbors that's working for I believe for this drug police or something like that. I know they're working for the police somehow, and I'm pretty sure they give her legal advices what to do and whatever. And actually, exactly this person called the police on me that they saw me nearby the house.
So somebody else called the cops on you?
Yes.
And what did they tell the cops?
They told me I was near the house, but they didn't know what the protection order say.
So somebody else said, oh, he got a protection order. He shouldn't be near the house. And they called the cops.
Yes, because they're working like police up chasing drug dealers and stuff like that.
Got you. I got you.
I'm not sure how it's the name of the agency. I know on the car they have like this sheriff badges and stuff. And the police, when they arrived with 3 cars, they told me, oh, she's working for these guys. She's cool. I think I have her name here somewhere. Let me quickly check. I think. I have way too much documents in me.
So where's everything at right now? What's your situation? You got a court date coming up? What's your deal now?
So I have on 18 January case about exactly that, and the judge told me to not contact her for my son, for nothing, because no one can see this new restraining order that I have.
How old is your son?
I have permission to see. He's 2 years old.
2 years old.
Yes.
Hey, how old are you?
I am 36.
How old is she?
33.
33, gotcha. And she has another child. You said a 10-year-old son, right?
Yes.
Yeah, when the children are at this age, these women like to look at them as their little cute little baby dolls. That's why they go hard the way they do. Then when they get older, then the child lose all that little cute baby lust, and then they want to start passing them off to the father.
Yeah. Let me explain you something. So I live and I survived two narcissistic parents, my mother and my father.
Mm-hmm.
And by, I guess, destiny or whatever, my wife is just like narcissistic sociopath. That's how I can explain it to myself. Like, she treats her son like, she's basically telling him, I'm training him to be a good husband to a wife like me, like crazy psycho bitch. That's how I can just tell you. Like, all the time, shut up, go to your room. Like, she wants him to figure his everything by himself. It doesn't help him. Like, once he asked me someone to help him, show him how to clean his bowls and stuff, and I was happy for that. I was willing to help him, and the moment I stand from the couch, she started screaming at me, don't move, don't go there, my son is not dog, you're not gonna train him. And 2 hours after that, she turned in front of me like, why you don't love Jesse? You don't do nothing with him. You don't love him, you don't respect him. Like, what do you want me to do? Like, I am asking her, what do you want me? Literally, like 2 hours, he asked me for help, and you start screaming over me. Like, what do you want me to help him? To kiss him on the mouth? Like, whatever. What love do you want me to give him?
Well, one thing you got to learn, as I'm 20 years older than you, one thing you got to learn is that when a woman starts off the conversation based on stupidity, you don't feed it. You don't ask her, well, what do you want me to do? If they say something stupid, it's obvious that their answer to that question of you doing something right and they interjecting with a stupid narrative, it's obvious that their response is going to be stupid as well. So you have to learn, and it'd probably be a good idea to learn sooner than later. Stop entertaining and stop communicating with a woman in her world. I have never in my life communicated with a woman in her world. The second she said something stupid, conversation was over. I'm not going back and forth with stupidity, aka a woman. I'm not doing it. So if you think communication with a woman, whether it be her like you have done in the past, and like you will encounter in the future when it comes to dealing with women, if you think you're going to sit there and have a conversation with a woman in her world, you got a lot of hard lessons coming your way, partner. You got a lot of hard lessons coming your way.
I didn't do it by my choice. I did because we have fun, and I was trying just to survive.
That makes it even worse.
You know, I get
That makes it even worse. If there's a child involved, that child needs to see an example of cut the nonsense off right where it starts. Now, you don't confuse. You're confusing communicating with her with the stupidity for the sake of this is what I need to do to be in my son's life. No, 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 no. That's something else. Because you're not telling me, well, I did it because of my son. No, I'm talking the communication aspect of it. I'm not talking about nothing else. This is two different things. You have to help a woman understand. You don't speak stupid. So don't speak stupid to me. I speak, you answer. You don't answer, conversation over with. I ask you a question. If you deflect, conversation over with. I ask you a question. If you don't answer it, conversation's over with. Not, you don't answer. You answer the question with asking me, why am I taking care of my son? That's no. Learn that. If not anything you got from this consultation here today, learn that. So just know that. You didn't do anything for the sake of your son. You did it because you was trying to cater to a psychopath that you felt as though if you give into this conversation, she would stop. But what you don't realize is whenever you give into these women and when they act like that, you're only setting yourself up to deal with a bigger version of that nonsense. And that's a fact. So on the 18th, you got to go to court for what exactly do you got to go to court on the 18th for?
For the second protection order.
The one that they picked you up for and you didn't know?
Yes.
All right.
I've been picked 2 times that basically the police don't have evidence for me, but they have. The first time I contacted them, but they never told me that I have protection order. And the second time is someone else I witnessed, but they don't, but I guess that is not illegal. Because if they have witness, like, that is like better for them because like, okay, we have witness, they saw you, that's it, you're going in jail.
Well, hold on. It's not about the witness. See, what happens is when what you got to understand when it comes to law, you don't fight the way they want you to fight. If you think that it's about witnesses and all that, you're missing the big picture. It's not about that. So what you have to understand is, so you got to go, you said on the 18th so that's a little less than a month away, a little over a month away. So let me see. Today is the 13th. So 30 days, 18th to 18th to 30, then 5 days will be the 18th. You got 35 days, so 35 take away 14 is 21. Yeah, 21. All right, 21 days. You want to try to submit a response to them in 21 days. All right, so the thing is you got to understand, as I tell people, this whole situation and thing that you're involved in breaks down to litigation. Litigation means legal talk, in this case, legal litigation. Legal litigation on the facts, how to move forward, insufficiency, et cetera, et cetera. You got to know and you got to stand on it. If you go in there with, she don't have proof, they're going to use past restraining orders. You got, honestly, really 3 weeks because you want to try to build up a case and submit it to the court 14 days prior. You got the task of trying to put all that together. I'm going to ask you to hold on for a second, okay?
Okay.
All right, so this is a one-on-one now. I have to start going into the resolution part of it. But people, what have you learned by checking out this one-on-one consultation? A couple of things. Number one, understand the way in which women communicate. That's number one. Number two, if a woman can get you so mad that you can start throwing stuff, you might want to go ahead and go to therapy before that ever happens. Whenever I'm talking to somebody and they say something like, she said something and got me mad and I responded to out of her mad, you're putting yourself at a disadvantage. And there are some things that you will cross the line of the point of no return. There are some things that you can do that is just all on you. She's sitting back in the cut smiling now because she got you to do exactly what she wanted you to do. 732-875-9111. Text your name and $50 consultation to my secretary, Lydia, when you're ready. Venmo and PayPal only. I'll catch you guys on the next one.